The British motor racing legend Sir Stirling Moss has died at the age of 90 following a long illness. He's widely regarded as one of the greatest drivers of all time, racing in many disciplines, including Formula One, during perhaps the most dangerous era of the sport. Katie Gornall looks back at his life. A warning, her tribute contains some flashing images.
He was described as the greatest driver never to win the World Championship, but he was one of the most talented men ever to sit behind the wheel. Racing ran in the family. His father Alfred had raced in the 1920s and his mother competed in hill climb events. He won the British Grand Prix in 1955 and finished second in the World Championship. He also won the Mille Miglia, the gruelling 1,000-mile Italian race, shattering the previous record time. In 1957, Moss switched to a new British car, the Vanwall. Once more he won his home Grand Prix, but once more the championship eluded him. For the third year running, he finished behind the Argentine ace Fangio. The prize slipped from his grasp again in 1958 at the Moroccan Grand Prix. Despite winning the race, he lost the crown to Mike Hawthorn by just 1 point. Moss won at Monaco in 1961, but his Lotus was no match for the all-conquering Ferraris. It was to be his last full season. In April 1962, his Lotus slewed off the track at Goodwood at 120 miles per hour. Moss suffered multiple injuries and was unconscious for 4 weeks. His racing days were over.
Oh, Stirling Moss, good evening, sir.
He received a knighthood in 2000, with his name still indelibly linked to the sport.
I mean, I wouldn't swap my era for now, even though I'd be better off, that's for sure. But no, I'm fascinated by what they're doing. Technically, it is amazing, but it isn't quite what it was.
In 2010, he survived a fall down a lift shaft at his home. He was back behind the wheel in months, and at the age of 85, he took Lewis Hamilton for a spin, his competitive spirit never fading. Moss was a gifted driver whose preference for unreliable British cars probably cost him the championship, but he had no regrets.
Sir Stirling Moss, who has died at the age of 90.
And British racing legend Sir Stirling Moss has died following a long illness that is not thought to be connected to COVID-19. Considered by many to be the greatest all-round racing driver of all time, his wife said he died peacefully at home. Sir Stirling Moss, who's died at the age of 90.